Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the City Surrey Showcase, a series where we like to highlight the talent in the music community in Surrey. This is sponsored by the City of Surrey. Today, I'm so excited to be on location at Inspire Arts Academy. I am here today with Catherine and Paula. How are you guys doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Great.
Yeah, well, I wanted to start off the interview by asking you guys a little bit about your own musical background and kind of what got you into teaching and getting Inspire started in the first place.
So both of us started music at a very young age with piano and voice, myself with flute and violin, and we just loved and were passionate about music from the start. Paula has an amazing story on how she had to travel very far for music lessons each week.
I was actually born and raised in Alberta and grew up in Athabasca, which is a small town outside of Edmonton. It would take us about 2 hours to drive into our lessons. So every Saturday morning, we'd get up at 6 o'clock to be at our 9 o'clock lesson so that I could shower, eat breakfast, and get ready.
Wow.
And rain or shine, if there was a blizzard, it didn't matter. If it was minus 40, we were in Edmonton at that voice lesson.
Wow, that's incredible. That's dedication right there that I can definitely appreciate. So then what really got you into starting Inspire? Did you have any idea that it would become what it is today? Because I'd love to hear more about how you guys offer so many different services and different classes here. And I'd love to know what the initial inspiration behind it was.
Sure, absolutely. Catherine and I both taught at a couple of different schools around the Lower Mainland. We started off then after that driving to students' homes, which was taking up a lot of our time and a lot of crazy traffic issues. So we decided one day after a very difficult traffic day that we would look at opening a school. And before we knew it, our dreams were coming true. And here we are.
And we wanted to just create something in the community that was bright, inviting, lots of color, lots of natural light, something very inspiring that would bring musicians of all ages into the school to just have a really fantastic musical experience.
Did you know that it would get so much attention and excitement? Did you kind of have that expectation going into it, or?
We certainly hoped so.
Definitely, that's awesome. Yeah, so I guess on that note, what kinds of courses and classes do you offer at Inspire today? What kinds of different teachers do you have, and what do those teachers all offer?
Right now we offer an array of instruments. So we've got flute, guitar, voice, violin, piano, trumpet, trombone, kind of anything that you're interested in. We've got it.
All woodwinds, all brass.
Yeah.
And then we have group classes in musical theater, film and TV acting, drama, and some preschool classes as well.
Oh, exciting. So you're kind of going for a triple threat, I guess.
We are.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah, and do you each have a favorite memory at Inspire over the years?
There's so many.
Yeah.
Right now, all we can think about is during these times we can't have our Christmas recital.
Yeah.
And every year we look forward to seeing our kids perform on stage and having those experiences. So if I have to think about a favorite memory, it would be all of our amazing recitals each year.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Definitely a highlight for all of us. We're always so proud of the performers.
Yeah. And for our audience, we are filming in December 2020, so hopefully Inspire can get back to recitals again soon, because we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, unfortunately. So we're crossing our fingers for recitals and safety back for those again soon. And I just want to hear, if you have one piece of advice to give to somebody that's interested in getting started in music, or maybe taking one of your group classes, then what would you say to them?
One of my things is that we often get people phoning in and saying, you know, I'm 60 years old. Is it too late for me? My answer is absolutely not. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can start at any time.
Yeah.
Just be patient with yourself, because it's like learning another language, and you can always do it. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have students from the age of 2 all the way up until their 80s. And all it takes to become an amazing musician is a little bit of practice every single day. And again, having patience with yourself.
Yeah. So for any of you out there who are taking music classes right now, I think that the key point there is practice every day. Am I correct? Do you sometimes have some trouble with students coming in and you can tell that they haven't necessarily practiced?
Oh, sometimes, but
Yeah.
We still have fun in lessons.
You still have fun, absolutely, because everyone works hard and everyone wants to be here. I'm sure you guys have welcomed us into this warm, inviting environment today, and I would love to continue to see you guys thrive here at Inspire.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And where can people find you on social media or online if they would like to contact you for lessons?
Well, we have both Facebook and Instagram pages, and then online we are inspirearts.ca.
Awesome. Good to know. And thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of the Music City Surrey Showcase. I believe one of your teachers is here today to do a brief demonstration for us.
Yes.
Awesome. So we'll have Chris up next.
Hi, on behalf of Inspire Arts Academy, I'm Chris Dawson, and I want to show you an introductory drum lesson for a young or beginner drum student. First thing we have, bass drum. Second thing, snare drum. Third, our high tom, mid tom, low tom, ride, crash, and hi-hat, open and closed. So the first thing, most drum students picking up the sticks, they want to know how to hold them. They want to also spin them. They want to get interactive with the drum set. They just want to smash. So the first thing I want to do is show a fill. What is a drum fill? Well, a drum fill is a space that we want to transition from our common rock groove or any groove that we're doing and fill some space in the song. So the first thing, we're just going to come in on the 1. First thing you think, is that all I play? Just crash and bass? Okay, yes. We're going to sit out and we're going to take a minute and relax. We're going to let the rest of the band do some stuff. So let's do that again. We're going to count in on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crash on 1 with the bass. We're just going to sit there again. Most drum students want something else. So how do we do that? We're going to build up. We're going to build up with our floor tom, snare drum, and our bass drum. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a build up into our groove. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, next thing, we want to actually play our groove. All right? So how do we play? Do we open-handed? Is it matchstick? We've seen some jazz drummers hold their stick upside down like this. We're going to do matchstick for today. So both of our sticks are going to be comfortable in our hand, about where the balancing point is on your pointer finger. Nice and relaxed. We're going to start up at the top here, just like we were counting. The biggest thing I like to show young drum students to get this crossover technique is to count 4 and slowly bring it down on the drum set. So that just gets them used to counting and used to this position on the stick. So if I see any drum student that is constantly switching back and forth, I might have a left-handed drummer. That's a whole entire different situation. I'm going to have to orientate the drum set an entirely different way. It's a fun lesson, and it makes my job a lot more fun because I get to start from square one again as a left-handed drummer. Okay, so what we're going to show you is an introduction now into our first rock groove. We're going to mainly use our hi-hat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, counting our quarter notes. Now, we want to bring in our bass drum on the 1 and the 3. On the 1, 3, and we're going to bring our snare drum on the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, remember that fill that we did at the very beginning? We're going to do that and sit back for a bit and count to 4 with our sticks this time. So let's bring it in with our build-up, play our rock groove, and then we'll exit with our first crash on the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. Let's do our build up again. 1, 2, 3, Now, let's do something a little bit more interesting. Let's get momentum around the drum set. So a lot of us on a first-time drum set, we don't even know which toms these are, if they're high, mid, or low. So we want our drum students to get really familiar with this fill. Now, that build-up that we did with those eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, now we can add around the drum set. So we're going to do 2 eighth notes on each snare drum, tom, and floor tom. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, on the main quarter note beats, we're going to place our bass drum. So that's 1. Now let's get those eighth notes over top of that. Now, let's use that fill to transition between our rock groove. So here it comes right here. All right, so that's on behalf of Inspire Arts Academy, a first quick introductory lesson to drums. Now, if we have any spare time, I usually let the drum student look at this electronic drum set. We have many options on the drums to play not only in a rock style, but in a more of a electronic style, like here. Now, if we just play that same intro fill in that rock groove, it has an entirely different feel in this setting. Awesome. Thanks again on behalf of Inspire Arts Academy. I'm Chris, and thank you for joining me today.